For the last few weeks, I've been working on this closet makeover. This is what it looked like before, and then I just had to clear everything out and do a little bit of demo to remove all these wire shelves, and I added some new lights in here to brighten things up, covered up this window because I needed it for space, covered the wall with the shiplap panel, and then I started the construction of the actual built-ins, added a dresser for some drawers, and just kept on adding more shelves and adding some trim along the way, and it's time to finish up this project. Okay, after all of the prep and hard work in this closet, it is officially ready to start painting. I'm going to prime everything first. I don't need to prime the walls or like these pieces right here. They have already been primed. I bought them primed, but like the plywood pieces here, those definitely need to be primed. I'm going to be using a Kills primer that is a stain blocking primer. Hopefully I'll just only need one coat of that, and then I'll probably end up doing 2 coats of the actual paint that I'm going in with. So a lot of you guys, whenever I do projects, have asked how I know how to do things, and I use a lot of different resources to get information. One of the things that I used was a class called Custom Built-in Shelves on Craftsy, which is the sponsor of today's video. Craftsy is an online resource for all things creative. They have tons of classes in lots of different categories like sewing, quilting, knitting, cake decorating, which is definitely one I'm interested in because my daughter bakes her own birthday cake every year and decorates it. So I want to try a class together, Startup Basics Cake Decorating, and so we can get some tips. But the ones that I'm definitely the most interested in are the woodworking ones. In the class Custom Built-in Shelves, it showed me how to drill the holes for the adjustable shelves, how to use the jig to get all of those different holes. So Craftsy members enjoy unlimited access to all of the classes, instructions, live stream tutorials led by experts that give you step-by-step instructions, all available to access 24/7. Crafty's always creating new classes to help you stay inspired. You can even connect with other makers and DIY lovers to share your recent projects or to ask questions. So if you want to try Craftsy, the first 1,000 of you to click the link down in the description will get a full year of premium access for only $1.49. So make sure that you guys go check them out. So before we get started in the closet painting all of this, I want to go down to the garage and paint all of the shelves that are going to go here for the shoes and also the drawer fronts. I'm going to go ahead and get those primed, especially because one side of like both sides need to be primed. So I'll prime one side and then do all of this stuff in here and then flip them over because they should be dry by then, and then prime the other side. After all of the shelves and the drawers were primed, I moved inside to work on the inside of the closet. Using a 9-inch roller made this go a whole lot faster than a smaller one, and I'm using a microfiber roller that is made for smooth surfaces because I want a really smooth finish on all of the built-ins in this closet.
After I was done priming all of the closet inside of the house, I went back down to the garage and flipped over the shelves. They were completely dry by this point. They dry extremely fast. And it was time to prime the other side of those and leave those to dry. And then I went back into the closet upstairs with a paintbrush and just primed all of the corners, the places that my roller was not able to reach. This was a really fast process too, because the roller is able to get pretty close, but not all the way. And so I just wanted to go touch that up really quickly before I started in on my actual color that I'm going to be using.
Okay, it's the next day. Everything dried overnight. You don't have to let everything dry overnight. I just ran out of time because this primer will actually dry in about an hour. It can be top coated in about an hour. So this is all looking good, but just like yesterday, we're gonna start again down in the garage so the all of the shelves for the shoes can be drying while I do in here, flip them over, and then do the other side, and we'll be putting everything back together. And I can actually start putting stuff back in this closet very soon.
This is when I started to get pretty nervous about the color that I was using, which is Creamy White by Benjamin Moore. It's color matched at Sherwin-Williams, but downstairs in the garage, the color looked a lot more like a, I don't know, beige putty color, not so warm like a 90s beige house like this is looking right now. And I think it's just because of the lighting here in the closet, and it also did really cool down as it dried. It didn't look quite so warm, and it almost looks white. I think the problem was it was up against this stark white primer, so it was just making it look extremely yellow, and I was nervous about it. I almost stopped and maybe thought about getting a different color, but I was too far in at this point and just decided to trust the process, and I'm glad that I did because I really do like the color after everything dried.
Okay, this is how everything is looking. It's almost completely dry. We still have a couple more things to do to finish it off. Obviously, put the drawers back. Need to put the air vent right there. I did paint it to match the same color as everything else. And then we also need some baseboards here and over here. So I'm going to go cut those, and then we'll go ahead and paint them before we install. And then once they dry, then we can install them where they go.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey, darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright.
I need to take care of this gap right here that's in between the wall and the shiplap. And so I just got a little piece of trim right here. It's actually foam. So I'm going to hot glue this in, and then we'll paint it, because it's just going to be for looks. It's not ever really going to get touched or anything.
We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Yeah, we only get one life, I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand.
We are getting so close. Everything is looking good. But the main thing that we need here are the wooden dowels that are going to be our rods for the closet. So we're going to go ahead and get those installed. I am so excited to finally be at the part where I am putting stuff back into this closet. I've showed you guys what my bedroom is currently looking like, and this could not happen soon enough. So I'm going to start putting some things, put my shoes, put some clothes back in here, and try to get everything really organized.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh, I just feel so lucky. Oh, oh, still can't believe you love me. I hope it never ends.
I grabbed 2 of these massive baskets from HomeGoods, and I'm going to put them at the very top of the closet. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to put in these, but it's going to be nice to have clothes storage, and it'll just make it look a little bit more neat in this closet. Also, too much storage is definitely not a bad thing.
More than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna spend the rest of tonight getting this closet all organized, all of my stuff put back in. I still have a couple more things to do in here, but I'm ready to go ahead and put everything back in here. That won't be in the way, so that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. I decided that I wanted to put a mirror right here, so whenever I'm getting dressed, just grab my clothes, jewelry, whatever, can check everything out in the mirror. So I grabbed this arched one off of Amazon. I will link everything down below. But it came this like black color, and it was a little bit too harsh because everything in here I kind of have like golds and this like aged bronzy brass color. So I am taking this rub and buff color. This is actually what color is it? Spanish copper, but it doesn't look really copper. I've been putting it on the side and it looks pretty bronze on top of this black. So I'm just using a little paintbrush, and so you can see the difference here between like this color and that color. It's still pretty dark, it just softens it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang this on the wall, and then we'll finish all the little inside details. Okay, mirror's all done. I found this cute little step stool at HomeGoods. I think it'll be good to put right here, and then I can easily reach everything in the top of the closet. And with this last step, I think this closet is officially done. Now, before we look at the after, let's remember way back where we started and what the closet looked like then. Okay, let's talk about the budget. So I have everything written down here. I think I kept a pretty good track, but we'll see. By far the biggest expense in the closet was obviously all of the wood, and that was $467. Then I got the dresser for $60 off of Facebook Marketplace, but if you were to buy it on its own, it's over $300. So maybe check and see if you can find things that are secondhand. And then the closet rods were $27, and then the brackets for those were $12, and the knobs for the dresser were $22, and then the shiplap panel that covered up the window was $37, and all of the paint, the primer, the paint, and then supplies like rollers and things like that was $90. And then to make the shoe shelves adjustable, to buy that jig and to buy the pins, that was $60, and $15 for baseboards, and then extra things like caulk and Bondo and screws was an additional $40. So the total was $830, which I think is pretty good for doing this yourself. It would be a whole lot more than that if you were going to pay someone to do this. Now, I didn't include things like baskets and other little decor items because you can use that in your closet or not. That's just like a preference of mine. But $830, I think, for this custom closet was pretty good. So that's another project done. I really loved this project. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. What was your favorite part? Give this video a like if you like how it turned out, and make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!